name's Lizzie and I'm a creator of comics. Comics are a way of telling stories by putting words with drawings and letting them flow together in sequence. The power of creating a comic is that you can tell a story about movement and change that's just like a movie that plays out on a page, but you don't need fancy equipment and a film crew to do it. You can do it yourself. You can use it to talk about your life, and you can make impossible stories unfold in familiar places. So we're looking at facial expression when we're drawing characters in a scene. Looking at a character react to something really pulls the viewer into the world that you've created from your imagination. You can definitely use it to make them wonder about what someone can see and what they know, so that they become part of what you're putting in front of them in ways that it's difficult to achieve otherwise. The idea is that watching someone act upon something or someone else is the thing that draws us into the story, and then we stay with it because we learn from their faces. So we're going to do an exercise. You're going to need a marker and some pages, and if you have them lying around, you can use a pencil and ruler too. The first step is going to be to iterate. So we're going to do versions of our characters, just their heads. Now, you just need to find something lying around your house that has an interesting shape. It can just be everyday objects, it can be toys, it can be jars. I've found this pot plant holder in the dining room of my place, and this little kitty thing which I'm going to prop up on a jar of artichokes. They actually have heads. The things you find don't need to look like heads and bodies, but I'm going to use these as my key shapes, and I'm going to draw a version of each of them that's really fast, because in the next exercise we're going to be doing them quickly lots and lots of times. So I'm just going to have a try of that now. Okay, it's fast enough and that will do. I'm going to do shape 2, which for me is the kitty. Okay, notice I've kind of situated the objects so that they're close to each other. When we do the next bit, eventually we're going to have them facing each other. So it's good to think now about where you're going to pop your eyes on each design. Okay, the next step is going to be to draw your grid. This is where you can use your ruler and your pencil if you have them, but they're not the most important part of your drawing, and so you can just freehand it. The trick is to put even numbers in the squares on the top of your square grid. 2, 4, 6, or 8. I think I'm going to go 4 by 4. Okay. The next step is going to be to designate the columns where we're going to draw these characters in. So in column 1, I'm going to put shape 1, and in column 2, I'm going to put shape 2, and I'm just going to keep repeating that till the end of the grid. Okay, now I'm going to use the shapes that I drew before, and I'm going to draw them lots and lots of times down each column. Okay. Here we are, just move this for now. Now the next step is going to be to draw shape number 2 in all the other columns that are empty. We're going to draw it so that it's positioned, however it looks, to be facing character 1 each time. The next step is going to be to put some eyes on each character. Try to make them a fixed size and position. This is a good time to look at any objects you might have used which don't already have faces, and just think about the eye placement, because this is going to give life to the shapes that you've drawn. Okay. The next step is to put eyebrows and mouths on the shapes. We'll start with eyebrows. We're just going to do one pass, and they're going to be in different places. They're going to be high, they're going to be low, they're going to be thick, they're going to be small and big. We're not even going to think about it. We're just going to do different kind of marks for eyebrows on every single character. Okay, and then we're going to do some mouths. They're going to be all different too. Round teeth, sharp teeth, frowning, long, short, high, low. You can play with it. Just don't think about it too much. Okay, so without thinking too hard about it, you've put a different set of dynamics between every character. So you've moved really quickly, and you can take a step back, and out of the many you've made, you can choose your favorite and choose the one that there is the best story to be found in. So I think among these ones, probably my favorite would be probably this one, because it looks like the Stegosaurus has a marvelous idea and the cat doesn't really think so much of it. So we can base a story around that, and you can use these expressions as a basis to do a more detailed drawing with a place and a scene involved. You can write a story around it, and if you've ever got creative block, it can give you a chance to continue your work and find more interest in the world that you make.